What is up with it? Today we are going to be watching a little bit of the sim replay feature. This is a high ranked match. Both of these players are about top 20 on the ladder currently. And it's going to be Vegapunk versus Shanks. Vegapunk playing a little bit of an interesting build, only running 2 of the man with the world's greatest brain. I'm under the impression that this is a 4 of. Also, I know that the Darishi is being blocked by my camera a little bit, but whatever. 2 ace, also a little interesting. And the really interesting part is 2 katakuri. I think everything else is pretty standard. I know there's a lot of Vegapunk hype. I get it. This card is custom AF. When your opponent hits this off of this in their life, and then this plays this, it's like, holy shit, this one card turned into 3 life essentially. When you're trying to go for game, it's actually so ignorant. So I get the hype. Like the sustainability of like what this can do is pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. And then the Shanks list, I'm not exactly sure what a standard Shanks and EB02 list looks like, to be honest with you. I do think this Red Force stage is going to become a lot more popular. I've always felt like this card was inherently a good card. It just, the metagame wasn't great for it. I think a metagame more focused on 7,000 power characters makes this card better. Because you can pair this with things like Beckman. Also, it can make it so that your Marco can hit a little bit bigger as well if there's 4,000 power characters. So I do think that this card very well could see play in Shanks decks going forward. I will say this is an extremely control-centric list. If you choose to play something like this and you queue up into a Blackbeard, you're probably just conceding, would be my guess. But anyways, the opening hands, we're going to go ahead and see a 5-drop Rayleigh, a 7-drop Beckman, a 3-drop Hongo, a 10-drop Shanks, a 3-drop Lime Juice, a 3-drop Darishi, a World's Greatest Brain, Pythagoras, Edison, and Nami. Oh, did the replay viewer break on me? Oh no. Surely not. Oh, okay, there we go. We're back. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and mulligan. Both players are actually going to mulligan, and now we have a couple Beckmans, a Rayleigh, a Chopper, a Lime Juice, a couple Atlas, which if we're going first, I think that's probably really what we're looking for. A Vegapunk, a Pythagoras, and a Frankie. Okay, so we are going first, and we do get to put down the Atlas. This is really great because it means that you can go ahead and be aggressive without worrying about it. We're going to go ahead and swing 8, which I imagine the Shanks will be taking. Yes, he does, and we're going to go ahead and put another Atlas on board. Looks like the sim has a little bit of a bug where it doesn't show that we're resting a Dawn off the Vegapunk leader skill, but that is okay. We'll just keep in mind that the Vegapunk player always has 1 less Dawn than it would appear. What happened here? Oh, okay. We played the Rocket Luffy and we popped the Chopper. And then we're going to go ahead and swing a couple times and play the Darishi, which drew us 2. Okay, I get it. It's a little weird, but we basically went 6-7, played the one thing for 1 mana, popped the thing, and then played Darishi. And our opponent went ahead and played out a Lucky Roo and an Uta, which searched the pop Shanks. We're going to go ahead and go 6. They're going to block to destroy our one thing. This is going to go ahead and put out a Pythagoras, and then we're going to go ahead and leader skill to play out a Pythagoras. We do have 1 Dawn open for the Please Save Me. Going to go ahead and play a Rayleigh, and we're going to choose to actually pop the Atlas. Makes sense. Not going to swing at their leader. as we don't want to give them a trigger body. This was the first turn where we were unable to swing at a body, and we chose to just pass, which I think is typically the correct thing to do versus Vegapunk. We're going to start with a 6, and they're going to, for whatever reason, minus the Pythagoras that swung, actually. They minus the Pythagoras that swung. And then now we're going to go ahead and go 6. And they're going to take. We're going to go ahead and rest 5 for the Rocket Luffy, and we're going to rest 1 for the Shaka. Going to go ahead and go 8 into the Pythagoras. I don't believe we have anything engrave for that to bring back, but we are going to go ahead and block. Now we're going to go ahead and go 6 at Pythagoras, which of course is going to be met by a 1k. Kind of interesting that we chose to 1k with the Rocket Luffy rather than the Shaka. That's a little interesting to me. Okay, and we are going to be able to trash the Pythagoras with the Beckman. We're going to go ahead and start with a... I think this was a 7, which we leader skill 2k'd. And then we're going to go ahead and go 10 at the Rayleigh now. Our opponent is leaving up 2 Dawn, so we could read this as a Red Hawk, or we could read it as they have a couple Divine Departures in their hand, which a control-based list like this, it could be either, but because they're playing Uta, it makes me think it's more likely to be Divine Departures, would be my read of the situation, which if they did actually have 2 Divine Departures in their hand, then the 10 going at this Rayleigh is going to go through more often than not, and it does. Now we're going to go ahead and swing 7 at life, which is going to be met by a Divine Departure. And then we're just going to go ahead and cheat out the Luffy, and we actually have 3 active Dawn here, funny enough. We're going to go ahead and go 8 at the Shaka, which will be met by the counter event. And then we're going to go ahead and Beckman a Shaka, and then minus the Shaka 3000 and swing 5 at it, which will be met again by the event. However, a bit of a misstep because now we just get to swing 3 at it with the Uta. So probably not worth protecting the Shaka there with the event. Maybe a bit of a misstep. And now we're going to go ahead and swing 10 at the Beckman. We're going to pop the Luffy to pop the Uta and get a draw. We're going to go ahead and play the Desiree to draw 2. And then we're going to go ahead and play out the Pythagoras. Going to go ahead and swing 8 at the Luffy here, which will go through. And then, yeah, now the board state's looking a little scary for the Vegapunk. Definitely not out of it yet. Oh, wow, we find the Nami is an incredible top deck off the Lilith, actually. Going to allow us to cycle our hand a little bit while removing the Building Snake. Oh, wow, and we top deck the Vegapunk. And we're going to go ahead and use the Smartest Man. Oh, wow. I think we whiffed with the Vegapunk. Oh, wow. That's really unfortunate. Or no. We hit Lilith off it. Never mind. We hit Lilith with it. But we're going to go ahead and counter. We're going to go ahead and take a damage. And we're going to trigger off of that first hit the Frankie, which is going to play itself and draw us into the Nami. Now I'm going to go ahead and swing 7 at life. And we're going to block. And then they're going to go ahead and block her up with the Silver's Rayleigh. And leave 5 Dawn open because like our opponent had no cards in hand. So like we were allowed to just kind of swing weird numbers like that. But able to play down the Nami to KO that Silver's Rayleigh. And then going to go ahead and swing 7, which is going to be met by Leader Effect and a 2k counter. Then also attaching our Dawn early to play around potential Red Hawks because our opponent has infinite Dawn up. Gonna go ahead and swing 6, which is going to be met by a 2K. Gonna go ahead and swing 6, which will be met by a 2K. And then we're gonna go ahead and go 10 at a Beckman. Really, really weird swings. I'm actually like really shocked we just didn't more aggressively go for a game. Like, they have 1 life and we have 4 swings. We could have just won bigger numbers at life, and this was the Nami they played earlier to kill the thing. Like, we basically had 9 Dawn for all of these. I think literally the Vegapunk was just like, holy shit, they have 5 Dawn active. Like, what if they just have infinite counter events? But the thing is, here, you just die to literally any rush card. Oh, wait, wow. Did we actually hit the Shaka? I think he hit the Shaka off of life. And the crazy thing is, we hit the thing and we still die. How did we not go for game last turn? That was insane. That was insane that he didn't go for game. Very, very weird game. Very, very weird game. Well, thank you all so much for watching. Shout outs to all my Metafy supporters. I decided that listing all of them every single video was gonna take too long. So I'm actually only going to do it like maybe once or twice a week. But shout outs to all my Metafy supporters. Also, there is a new money match on the Metafy, so check that out if you are interested. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a great rest of your day.